Welcome to Rainbow Popcorn live at Pride of Our Footscray for Can't Stop the Music. How are you, Brett?
I'm good, Lee.
Oh, I left a line out of our intro. We're 2 out of 3 brothers reviewing camp classics.
Yes.
Of which Can't Stop the Music is very camp.
Yep.
I'm going to add a C to Can't Stop the Music.
Okay.
It's a cult camp classic with an L.
With an L.
Cult camp classic.
Okay.
And that's what we're reviewing tonight. Are you ready?
I'm pretty ready. I need a good laugh, so let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, we are here to review Can't Stop the Music, which is a fictionalised version of the formation of the Village People.
Yes.
And I'll let the audience decide how fictionalised when they see some of what happens in this so-called story.
Yeah. I don't know whose idea it was to do this movie.
Alan Carr's, I reckon.
Great.
Yeah, because he is the producer, manager, agent, and from my research may have written his own Wikipedia page.
Okay, sure.
Because according to his Wikipedia page, he discovered Steve Gutenberg, which I don't know if that's a claim to fame, but he discovered Steve Gutenberg, but also discovered Mark Hamill.
Okay,
and
still not great.
Well,
Anybody that didn't like that comment, get ready for another episode about where we talk about a Star Wars movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
well,
great.
that's Phantom Menace. It's a shit movie, so we're allowed to say it's shit. And also apparently discovered Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, so that's okay.
Yeah, so big claims to fame on Alan Carr's Wikipedia page. He was also apparently, along with Hugh Hefner, behind the success of Playboy.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And was a PR guy. Parties, premieres, for Saturday Night Fever, Grease. And then he was the one that got Grease 2 made.
So he doesn't have a good track record.
Yeah, which
is what you're saying.
Can go either way depending on who you ask. But he is the one, throwing back to an earlier Rainbow Popcorn episode, he's the one that adapted La Cage aux Folles into the birdcage on stage.
Is that?
And then the music. I don't know if that's how you say it.
I was going to say.
But whatever the French for birdcage is, that
The Cage a Fowl.
The Cage of Follies.
Yeah.
He's the one that got us the birdcage, Brett. So he's not all
Well,
bad.
that's his. If he did that and discovered Michelle Pfeiffer, then that's fine.
That's fine.
Yep.
So anyway, it's Alan Carr's idea and potentially his money behind it.
Well, the budget was somewhere between $13 to $20 million.
Which is it's a big
That's
disparity.
a big difference.
That's probably, it was 1980, that's probably that $7 million is the cocaine budget.
Probably.
That they probably couldn't really put as a line item on the P&L.
Okay, sure. Catering.
Counts as catering, probably,
there you go.
yeah.
Well, yep. The movie only made $2 million. So that is what I'm going to term a massive flop.
A big flop. You know what's not going to be a flop?
A cocktail.
This cocktail that Mom's about to bring to us.
That was good. Well done.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you, Mon.
Ready and waiting. Everybody give it up for Mon.
Thank you. Yay.
Cocktail
this looks...
maker extraordinaire, mixologist.
Oh, this looks good.
Good glass.
I love an umbrella.
Yeah, an umbrella. Mon's gone, goes all out with the garnishes for us. So does this have a name, Mon? Okay, we didn't get around to naming it.
It's called Can't Stop the Music.
Okay. Yeah, it's called Can't Stop the Music. I'm glad...
I didn't do the milkshake.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
When we get to the milkshake scene of the movie, you'll understand why we didn't do a milky cocktail. But this is a Can't Stop the Music.
Good.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Fruity.
Oh, that is really good.
Fruity, which is appropriate for the Village People.
There's something in that I can't put my finger on.
I don't know.
I'll have to drink more.
We'll check the ingredients and we'll put them on the socials. But it's good.
Yum.
That's 3 from 3
Passion
for Mon,
fruit.
in my opinion.
Yum.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hasn't missed.
As this is not a flop or
No.
anything bad, but this movie is.
Is a
so
flop. It's considered a cult classic.
Yeah.
But the so bad it's good thing is fading.
Yeah.
But the badness of it is what really had the impact for it.
Well, it is because it, along with Xanadu, is credited for creating the Razzies.
Yeah.
So there were people that watched this movie and Xanadu, probably a gay person, because who else is watching that? They were watching it and went, wow.
Your mother.
Movies. All right. Well...
Okay, this was at the time when Dad was courting Mum, so Mum probably dragged Dad to the cinema to watch these movies.
Courting, okay.
Yeah. Was that?
Okay,
No,
great.
let's not go any further with that one then.
They watched the movies and
Razzies.
went, these movies are so bad, we need to give out awards for bad movies.
What an impact.
And I mean, what other movie has created an award show?
Well, I doubt it was one or two movies standalone that started the Academy Awards.
Well, I don't think somebody watched it and went, let's do good awards. Whereas
this movie is so good.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a gold statue made of that hot guy I saw at the gym and then present that to good movie.
God.
Well, why not?
Great.
Oscar. My mate Oscar in gold form.
So in terms of the Razzies, it was nominated for Worst Director, Worst Actor, Worst Actress, Worst Supporting Actress, and Worst Original Song. And it won Worst Picture and Worst Screenplay. My favourite part of that, other than the fact that it won 2 of the inaugural Razzies, is that the song that was nominated for Worst Original Song is the song Can't Stop the Music. Yeah.
Which is really saying something. If it's the song that the movie's named after, it probably shouldn't be that bad.
You'd hope not.
But it is.
And it's not the worst song in the thing. Well, you'll see for yourselves.
We'll see. On the rating scale, which you have QR codes for on your tables if you're here live, you can rate the movie on our Pride scale, but also let us know what you think the worst song in the movie is of the Village People songs.
Yeah.
Because there's
3 worse than Can't Stop the Music.
Yeah, and there's 5 Village People songs
Yep.
in the movie. So that's what you can rate as well on the QR codes if you're here with us live. Do you want to talk about Nancy Walker?
Well, she directed it, Nancy Walker, and it's the only movie she ever directed.
Yeah.
So
she's 0 from 1.
And I don't know if that's because she made it and went, no, I can't do this. If this is what movies is, I want no part of it.
Unfortunately, she didn't say that halfway through or
No,
before.
maybe she did. I don't know. We'll see. But she's generally done a lot of TV and theatre throughout the 50s, 60s, 70s.
Big sitcom lady.
Yeah.
Which is apparent in the movie.
We will see that it is apparent.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yeah. So that was it for Nancy Walker in the movies side of things.
Yeah.
But Alan Carr went on to produce a lot of other stuff as well.
Just to clarify, it's not the same Alan Carr that is that British comedian with the teeth.
No, it's not him.
It's not.
It's a different Alan Carr.
Okay.
That Alan Carr only has 1 N.
Alan Carr has 2 N's. This Alan Carr. Oh.
I think.
2 or maybe
2 N's.
Too many letters.
Too many letters.
Okay.
So that's the general idea of the movie.
The other thing we should
mention, and if you're here live, you'll have seen it in the trailer, is that that's gone ahead to where I don't want it to go to.
That's the trailer, everyone.
No, that's a trailer for something else. But
great.
I'll edit that out in post-production. Probably
Great.
not. We do need to mention, and also they won. They were nominated for a Razzie.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner. At the time of making the movie, was known as Bruce Jenner and played a male character.
Yes.
So as we go through our review, there will be he, him pronouns and she, her pronouns as we're referring to male character, female actress.
Yeah.
Because that Yeah, and that'll come up when we talk about representation and stuff as well. But we wanted to say that up front.
Yep.
I think, I'm just going to put it out there, I think unfairly nominated. But we'll watch the movie and we'll see after that
chat.
what we think of Caitlyn Jenner. So, the cocktail Can't Stop the Music is available now at the bar.
I'm getting another one.
If you haven't had a drink yet, then order one. We're going to have a short break. This preview is going to play before the movie comes on, and then we will be into Can't Stop the Music.
Yes.
It's the musical extravaganza that launches the 80s. It's Alan Carr's Can't Stop the Music.
You can't stop the music.
Once you see it, you'll know why you can't stop the glamour.
Do the shake, do the shake, do the shake, do the shake, do the milkshake, do the shake, 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 do the milkshake, the milkshake.
You can't stop the excitement.
Understay it all. YMCA. Understay it all. YMCA. Say it's everything. So you're meant to enjoy. You can hang out with all.
You can't stop the dancing. You can't stop the laughter.
Magic night. Magic's in the music. It's a magic night. We all need to use it. We can have a good time and enjoy all the magical vibes on this magic night. Good friends all around you. It's a magic night. Magic
But
show.
most of all, you can't stop the music.
You can't stop the music.
Can't stop the
Nobody
music.
can
Starring
stop
Village
the
People.
music. Take the heat from flame. Try not feel
Valerie
Though
Perrin.
you try in vain, it's what she see. You know
Bruce
you
Jenner.
can't stop the music. Nobody can stop
Steve
the
Guttenberg.
music. Change the master plan. Take the
Paul
whole
Sand.
man, 'cause that's easier to
Co-starring
do.
Tammy Grimes. June
On the
Havoc.
radio, on every
Barbara
TV
Rush.
show,
Altovise Davis. Marilyn Sokol. And a special appearance by the Ritchie family. Once it begins, you can't stop the music.
Tell the sun to shine, stop them all the time, 'cause that's easier to do. You can't stop the music.
The new musical Sounds of the 80s are composed and produced by Chuck Corelli.
Take the cold and snow, tell the trees
An
don't
EMI
blow,
film.
tell the wind don't blow, 'cause it's easier. No, you can't stop the music.
All right.
Oh, all right, that was Can't Stop the Music. Who was their first time viewing? Oh, I don't want to make any age assumptions
Everyone.
about the audience, but probably the first time in about 30 years that you've seen it. Yeah,
But do you know they show it
every year.
every New Year's?
If you did enjoy it, Channel 9 show it at about 12:15 every New Year's morning. Well,
Yeah,
they
Carl
figure
Stefanovic is
it's
his
the-
favourite movie.
It's the cheapest movie they probably have in their archive, so they show it at about 12:15. Once the fireworks and the D-grade celebrities have clocked off, and Carl Stefanovic realised he should go to bed because
He should.
today's on shortly, they play Can't Stop the Music,
Yeah.
which is an interesting choice.
Yep.
There's many interesting choices in this movie.
There's a lot to
which
get
we
through.
will get to.
It's bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
It's a bad movie.
Generally a bad movie.
It is. It's a 2-hour long sitcom.
Yeah. As we were watching just now, there were a few things that happened that I turned to you and I was like, roll credits.
Yeah.
That's when
This sitcom episode ends.
Yeah, that's when the sitcom episode
Yeah.
would end and the theme music would come up and then we'd come back next week.
Yeah.
The sprinklers,
Sprinklers, lasagna.
unnecessary. The lasagna, get your pants off, unnecessary.
Getting your finger caught. I don't know if rotary phones, if that was a common mishap.
With the big
Getting
nails.
your finger caught in the...
Yeah,
it could have been?
It could have been. I don't
Okay.
know. I've never had nails that big. So
I've never
wouldn't-
used a rotary
No.
phone. I don't think I have. Actually, no, I probably have.
You might have. We had in our first house.
We had
Anyway, but also like Lulu.
Lulu. Can
Lulu-
we give a shout out to Lulu?
She's like the...
I think we've got a Lulu fan in the audience.
She's the woman next door to the sitcom person.
Yeah, she is no, I was going to compare her to but she's terrible. So she's Kramer.
Yeah, she's Kramer, but
Bad,
hornier.
But hornier.
Yeah.
And somehow just as racist.
As well
As the... Not
she was
Kramer, but...
complimentary of
Okay,
the
that's true.
Native Americans.
Sure.
We'll come to a couple of things that Lulu said when we get to the dialogue rating. But, yeah, very sitcom vibes. Even like the contact lens joke
Yeah.
being in there and taking what felt like 20 minutes to pay off.
Yeah,
It just
because she got
was
her
too
finger...
much.
That whole thing of... She got her finger stuck in the phone.
Yeah.
And then there was a whole scene.
Yeah.
And then she was still stuck in the phone.
She also got hit on the ass with the baguette,
What was that
which
baguette
was
lady?
unnecessary.
I didn't get it.
Just as unnecessary and sitcom-like as the old lady mugging Ron.
Hands up,
Which
shit.
ends up shithead. I don't know what... There's no point of that.
It didn't make any...
It didn't add anything to the story because
The only
Ron's
thing
got to
it-
go to her apartment anyway.
Yeah.
The only thing it does is make him want to talk to the policeman while
Yes.
the policeman wants to
To
sing.
make it funny.
But the
it's-
policeman's there anyway as well.
Yeah, and it's a misunderstanding, which is very sitcom.
Yeah.
So it is
Maybe-
it's a 2-hour-long sitcom.
Maybe it's a joke that Nancy Walker had that she couldn't fit into one of her own sitcoms.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck it, I got a movie now. I'm going to put them all in here.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing about Lulu before we move on?
Oh, sure.
Horny, we mentioned.
Oh, horny. Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's signed up to be roadie of a group that is probably going to leave her disappointed in that regard.
Yeah.
She's not going to get much from Village People,
I don't think so.
especially
Poor Lulu.
in San Francisco.
No.
But
yeah.
it's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
A lot of people have said that the end of Disco was one of the major reasons that this film flopped in the box office.
Now, was Disco dead before or after this movie?
Well, it's hard to know. It was certainly
Yeah.
on the way out.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie
It's the final
helped.
nail in the coffin.
Yeah, but I also don't think the death of Disco was why this movie was
Yeah.
panned. I think it's just shit.
You know,
It's not even actually good disco in the movie. The songs are terrible.
the songs are bad and too long. Well, that's very disco. They had long songs.
Yeah, but in a movie.
Yeah, true.
Like, even the introduction to Can't Stop the Music went for a minute and a half before Village People even made it onto the stage to sing anything.
And then they were doing the milkshake, yeah, do the
the
milkshake.
shake.
And then it's like, one more time. No.
No.
Nobody wanted that any more milkshake.
Also, it's an ad. Typically 30
Yeah,
seconds.
30-second ads.
Not like a minute and a half. But,
Yeah. Oh, but it
or
was
2
bad.
minutes, anyway.
The other thing that made this movie bad but also hilarious...
Was the only person that's probably a legitimate actor in the movie?
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg, yeah. Terrible.
I think that he can't dance.
Can't dance, despite being a very good
There was a
disco
lot of this
composer.
going on.
And
then
a step back, it doesn't make sense. He can't even dance in time to his own songs.
He also can't rollerblade.
No.
Which was an interesting choice to roller skate.
Roller skate. It was 1980.
90s kid.
Yeah. He definitely would have been hit by a car. Someone in New York would have run him over.
Yeah, or he would have been hit by a baguette.
Yeah, he could have been hit by a baguette.
Maybe it was he. That woman was at the start as well.
That woman
wasn't
was
she?
in that first song.
Yeah. She got more lines than the cop.
That's
No,
true.
the construction worker.
The construction worker. He had the whole
we'll get to
Love You
that.
to Death song.
Oh my God.
Didn't he?
He did. But his acting is also ridiculous.
Gutenberg.
Yeah, I thought
This
that-
tendon-
Yeah, I thought his neck was going to
Well,
explode.
this tendon got more screen time than Sam's friend Alicia.
Sam's friend Alicia.
The Help.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. You can't say that.
We'll come back to her.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
How many times have we said that already?
That's all we need to say.
Yeah.
He's bad.
It's
he can't
just-
dance.
Well, how do you get a career?
And overacts the Stonecutters.
Stonecutters. Yeah, Simpsons reference.
One person
Thank you.
in the audience got that. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
They made Steve Gutenberg a star. Though he was, like we said, 3 Men and a Baby,
Police Academy.
Police Academy, big movies.
Yeah.
I think, a worse performance than Caitlyn Jenner in this movie.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Considering
Caitlin's not that bad.
Caitlyn Jenner had been in 0 movies before this.
Yeah. So Caitlyn Jenner got nominated for a Razzie.
Yeah. Not Steve Gutenberg.
Not
or
Steve
any of
Gutenberg.
the Village People.
No. No, they were... were they? No, they weren't.
They were worst screen...
Lulu was nominated for a Razzie. Sorry.
She was a bit OTT.
She was a bit much.
Can we talk about Sam?
You know what?
She's a hag. Right?
Yeah.
The way she hangs around with
She
Village
basically
People. and that disco.
goes around collecting village people like their infinity stones.
It's just like that one.
Just
Yep.
like,
that
you,
one.
mustache. That's basically how she did it. She's out there now waiting for me.
Can you dance?
Better than Steve Gutenberg.
Because Sam can't dance either. The 2 or 3 moves she tried in the Milkshake song,
No, her
like,
one move was
no.
just like shimmy, shimmy, bang.
shimmy, shimmy, look
And
at
then
the
she
camera.
did one like moved her hand from her shoulder to her chest. That was
Yeah,
it.
that's it. That's all she needed to do.
Yeah.
But,
She basically also,
yeah.
at the start of the movie, just basically gets like sexually harassed the whole movie.
For the whole movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know that in 1980 you could just like go up and dance with someone. Just
think
like
you could.
grab someone and dance
I
with
thought
them.
you were going to say you didn't know in 1980 you could rollerblade through New York and just smack someone on the arse.
You probably... No, that tracks.
Okay.
But Sam is, you're right, basically sexually harassed by any man within a 3 feet radius of her for the
Like-
entirety of the movie.
The owner of that club.
Oh,
Oh, what a
Yep.
sleaze.
he is a sleaze.
But she does get around that dance floor.
She works, she's networking.
Yeah.
She knows people.
Yeah, because she's a music producer.
'Cause she's now suddenly a music producer
Yeah.
/ manager, ex-model.
And then,
Ron.
yeah, why does... Then she automatically thinks Ron's like a good guy again.
Well, she automatically thinks Ron's a good guy as soon as he rocks up with the cake.
Yeah, and then he's
And she's like, you must stay for dinner.
I don't like your friends, see you later.
Yeah, your friends are a bit out there for me.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, okay, see you later. But then, like, the next day, she's like,
At
all
the
right, I'm
law
going to
office,
sleep
she's
with
like,
you.
Okay, we'll give you another chance.
Yeah.
Get your pants off.
Get your pants off. I'll mount you in the dentist chair that I have in my
For whatever
lounge
reason,
room
she
for
has
some
a dentist
reason.
chair.
And an orange bedroom.
Yeah.
See? Not all that bad.
Orange bedroom, peach.
Peach. Yeah, right. Mine,
Lee had an orange
I
bedroom.
did used to have an
growing
orange
up,
bedroom.
so he was trying
it
to
wasn't sheer curtains, though. It was
No,
painted
I
walls,
think
orange.
sheer curtains would have been better because we could have taken them down.
I didn't want to take them down. Anyway, wanted to paint them orange. Ron, I've already said I don't think Caitlyn deserved the Razzie nomination.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Ron goes back and forwards very quickly. One
Yeah.
moment he's like, your friends are too for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave. Then he's like, actually,
have the auditions at my work.
and I'm going to quit my job.
I'm going to quit my job because of you, but then 2 scenes later, I'm going to be like, ooh, I don't like this anymore.
Yeah. Why did you show so much shoulder?
Oh, what was that?
I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
But then
Acapulco
proposes.
So dumb.
Before his divorces come through.
Well, yep.
And they're going to get married simply on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Simply. It's a very simple wedding.
The Golden Gate Bridge that you don't fly over the Golden Gate Bridge when you fly into San Francisco. I've done it, and you don't.
Yeah, but if you're shooting a shot of San Francisco, like if you're doing a shot, you're making a movie and you're showing someone flying into Melbourne, you're not going to show, oh, look.
You don't. You show them flying into Sydney over the
DFO.
Opera House. Yeah.
Like, people, you know what I mean? Like, what is the view when you fly into Melbourne?
No, well, no one flies
over
in the
my
movie.
house.
No one flies into Melbourne. They fly into Sydney over the Opera House. So I guess that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Well, so we'll allow that then.
Okay, sure.
Okay?
Yep.
Before we get on to the ratings, is there anything else we want to mention? It's a Dr. Pepper movie.
Which is not
normally in our ratings. We normally like it to be a Coke or a Pepsi movie. But this one's
a Dr. Pepper, which is below Pepsi.
Did you see this? Yeah, definitely. Did you see the sip that the Leatherman took during Danny Boy?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a sip. He went... He just put the can near his lips and then hit the high note.
But you can't see his lips, so he thought he could get away with it.
That's
He's got
true.
that fake mustache. And I don't know what was faker, his mustache or the bulge in his pants.
Oh, we might get to that in presentation.
Presentation. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what more to say about it before we do some ratings.
Record executive man.
Steve.
Yeah. Terrible. Just like every scene he's in is bad. Well, 99% of the scenes are bad.
Yeah, true.
But the one where you meet him and then he's on the phone and then the slow motion of her walking into his office and then whatever that was. And then you see him on the plane. And what was that on the plane?
In his
Snuggie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And that line I'm going to bring up in dialogue.
Okay. So let's get to
all right, we'll get on to
ratings,
the
shall we?
ratings then.
P for presentation.
P for presentation. It looks like it was made in the 70s, which I guess it was, released in 1980, made in 1979. Too shiny.
2 months earlier than it was released.
Too sparkly.
Yep.
The whole thing. Especially when that dancer just got a handful of glitter and rubbed it into that guy's chest hair. Too sparkly.
Glitter. And then...
Couldn't afford glitter cannons. Just get the dancers to throw glitter at you.
During the song at the club, where Felipe is apparently a go-go boy... Philippe's, sorry.
Yeah.
Far out. And there's he does think... And there's electric...
Oh, there's the electric neon-y
lines around
wavy
him?
things around, yeah.
And I don't know why.
I reckon Nancy Walker knew sitcoms, right? So she knew how to shoot a person talking. Then she was like, well, how do I shoot dance scenes? So she went and watched a whole lot of film clips of disco songs, maybe?
I don't know.
Which might have had that neon shit. And then thought, this is appropriate for a movie that's going to be in the cinema.
Yep.
But it's not.
It's not. I just didn't get it.
No.
In terms of...
The movie or that particular effect?
Most of it.
The effect that I didn't get is why everything was a split screen.
Yeah.
Like we had the middle where he's down Broadway and then the mirror image of the cars either side.
Yeah.
Or at the end of YMCA where it went 4 hurdle races, 2 of them upside down, then to 8, then to 16.
And everybody was diving.
And everybody was nude in the spa.
Yeah, we saw some nudity.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. YMCA was bad.
YMCA is the only good song in the movie. But that scene, I don't know what was going on.
It was a mess.
We're actually stumped.
I feel like they said, all right, so we're going to put everybody that we've got as an extra in the gym.
As long as they're hot.
Yeah, and then they went around and said, you three, what can you do? And they said, table tennis? Yeah. You two, what can you do? Kind of boxing / interpretive dancing.
Yeah.
Okay, great, we'll put you in.
I didn't get a part in West Side Story, but I can fight really
okay.
well. All right,
we'll put you in.
that bit.
You go next to the guy skipping on a rope. Sure, that won't look
Can
stupid.
you do a star jump? Sure. Go.
Yeah,
What can you do? I can't dance. All right, you're in the shower.
yeah. I
was
can
it.
dive. Can you? Doesn't matter. Put you in.
It doesn't matter because Caitlyn Jenner couldn't dive.
It wasn't terrible. It was
wasn't
just stupid.
But you could see Caitlyn Jenner's natural competitiveness coming through.
Oh,
I think that was a really
basketball.
competitive game of basketball and table tennis.
Yeah.
Caitlyn was like, fuck you, Steve, I'm winning. Doesn't matter, I don't care that we're shooting a movie. I'm winning this game of table tennis. But YMCA, despite being the only good song,
the presentation
effects were all a bit too much.
You know what was terrible?
You stop asking that
Okay,
question.
everything.
Because
Something else that
I
was
have
terrible.
3 pages of notes that I could answer it with.
The editing of the movie was awful.
Yep.
And the
Just
camera
the cutting
work,
between things.
Oh, the cutting between thing, and then the camera work and that waste of time Richie family song.
That's Alan Carr going, I also represent these people.
Yeah.
I want to put one of them on the soundtrack. The one where the shot where it's just like here, up underneath her, but then just kind of goes, oh, and there's some lights.
Yeah, terrible.
Just moves to the roof for no reason.
Yeah.
It wasn't well shot, it wasn't well edited, and it was like Nancy Walker had found all of the extra features on iMovie to do the special effects.
One thing I always ask, but I'm going to stop asking it because I am just going to say... Sound is included in presentation.
Okay.
I don't know why Felipe needed to jingle.
Constantly.
He had like bells on his hot pants or his vest or his headdress.
I don't know where.
And
everywhere,
it was
by the
so
sounds
annoying.
of it. Constant jiggling.
Just even when he wasn't kind of in the scene,
Yeah.
and they're walking down the street on the way to the YMCA, and Ron's wearing an inexplicable short shorts and a crop top,
Yep.
and all you can hear in the background is like Santa.
But that scene as well, Ron's wearing like probably a total of 1 metre of fabric
Yeah.
at most. Mm-hmm. But Philippe's headdress...
Don't say Philippe's.
I love Philippe's.
It's so annoying.
Philippe's headdress is over 1 metre long.
Yeah.
It's full, like, to
I
his
think
ankles.
the headdress actually grows in size as the movie goes on.
As his character grows. Up until it's that big pink number that's hanging behind him at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's terrible, and it sounds terrible.
And there's way too much glitter at the end.
Yeah. I can't get over the glitter throwing in Love Me to Death, Love You to
I can't
Death.
get over that whole song. It's
Just that, like, just the dancer just like dances in and just goes, glitter.
Love you to death. And
Yeah.
just like
And
glitter
then
bomb.
he just like fake slaps her out of the way
Yeah.
or
whatever.
kicks her across the floor.
He also couldn't sing that song.
That needed to change the key. He couldn't hit the notes.
No. That's
What are
why
we
he
gonna-
didn't have any other lines for the rest of the movie. I don't know what to give
Also,
it,
the
to be
crowd
honest.
at the end,
Yeah, they
not into
weren't
it.
really feeling it, were they?
except for that guy in the front row that somehow knew all the words to the song that had just been released.
Is that because the song has a total of "You can't stop the music"? 5 words.
Nobody. 6.
Nobody can stop the music. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 7. All right. He learnt it pretty quickly. No, I think he just had gone. They'd done so many takes that he probably learnt it, and the director didn't notice that he was singing along to a song he shouldn't be.
I also feel that there were some scenes where they were like, "We've only got time to do 1 take. This is it," and then they did it, and they were like, shit.
Do you mean the one where Sam clearly forgot her line
Yes.
halfway through and she's
Yes.
saying, and I'm the one that went to the milk people and got the ad back on the TV.
Yeah, that was it.
There, that was the line she forgot halfway through. And they're like, nah, we're done.
Yeah.
We're out of time. And definitely out of money. As Cortex told me during the movie, that this movie, together with Raise the Titanic, almost bankrupted EMI Films.
Oh, wow, okay.
Because they had a whole lot of money because they'd done the Muppet movie. And so they were like, we can do whatever we want. And what they chose to do
Raise the Titanic.
was Can't Stop the Music and Raise the Titanic.
Yeah.
And both cost over 20 million and combined took about 3.
Wow.
Yeah. So they didn't have any money to redo a take.
That sunk about as well as the Titanic.
Yeah. Well, and rose about as well as the Titanic, according to the box office. God. What are you going to give it out of 5 for presentation?
Look, it's pretty average.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to do just like a 2.5.
Yep.
5.
All right. Have
What
you
are
got
you
the spreadsheet? Because
I
I've
do
got
have
the
the
audience
spreadsheet,
responses.
Lee.
Okay. I'm going to give it the scenes that weren't overdone.
You're justifying trying to give it a decent score.
Well, because we've gone. This is going to be 3 low scores in a row.
Yeah.
Live at Pride.
Yeah.
Next year we'll come back with some good ones. We promise. The scenes that weren't overly done badly were okay.
Weren't overly done badly.
Yeah, just the ones like them hanging around the apartment, that looked okay. Them hanging around the backyard, even though who hasn't a backyard that big in an apartment, especially when neither of them are really
Actually
working.
a pretty cool apartment.
Yeah. 2.5. All right, 2.5.
2.5, all right.
Okay. The audience, someone gave it a 5.
Oh, that was me. I thought you meant the presentation, not what.
Oh, our
presentation.
presentation was a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
All right, thanks.
I thought
Put that on the poster.
it was sitting on the wrong angle and the projector was blocking the view.
Other than that outlier,
Other than the outlier, well, couple of 2s, couple of 3s, couple of 4s. No 1s. So
No
I reckon
1s.
the average is brought up because of the 5 to about 3.25 from the audience.
You love a 0.25.
Yeah, I do. But I gave it a 2.5.
Yeah.
Representation. How well did it represent people? It
Jesus.
did not represent people that are Indigenous to the American continent well.
I'm not going to make that noise.
I don't think even
bird
Philippe's made that
call.
noise.
Philippe's... fucking hell. I hate it.
So, do a rain
Do a
dance.
rain dance.
And then he does a rain dance. What?
The Indian is hot.
I go for the exotic types, and I'm going to make up for the indignities they suffered.
It's so
You can't...
And then because she does it all with like a that makes it worse.
Yeah.
You know,
She
'cause
does
she's
it
a
with
sitcom
that
character.
Sitcom character.
Yeah.
The meme of Agatha winking
Yeah.
is all of Lulu's character.
And then it's...
But then Ron gets back to the apartment, and Ron's just like, how's the Indian?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
The guy that climbed through their window because his TV wasn't working.
Yeah. Yep. He had to watch another Judy Garland special, Lee.
So, that is a negative on representation.
That is bad. I think, you know what? Quantity, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Quality, not good.
No, we've definitely watched whiter and much less queer movies than this.
Yeah.
Both on Two Drink Cinema and Rainbow Popcorn. But we've said it before. Did anybody actually think the Village People were straight?
Lulu did.
That's true.
Sam didn't. Sam knew what she was doing.
Knew. Even Ron's mum knew. She was like, yeah, they'll love you in San Francisco.
And then Ron, down here in the village with a bunch of, I don't know what's.
I don't know what. Your friends are all a bit out there for me. And then those other ladies come into the dressing room and they're like, oh, we understand show folk.
Yeah, it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
And
Is that
also,
good representation or not? The references like that. Because
I don't know.
realistically, it's very alluded to that they're not straight. Because Sam's always like, people can do what they want and as long as it doesn't hurt anyone, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of that kind of stuff in there without them saying, well, people can do what they want, they're going to do each other in the group.
Yeah.
Without explicitly saying that.
The construction worker and the cowboy, they're banging. Like there was some side-eye action during Liberation.
Jeez, I tuned out of Liberation. I didn't even notice that.
It was bad. There's also the line that's, well, you've certainly assembled a colourful group.
They are colourful. We just have to work out whether it's good representation or not.
No,
Because
it's not.
also in real life, they recruited from queer places. Like they're from Greenwich Village, which was the place for queer people then. But also like ads in theatre magazines, 2 of them were discovered dancing at gay bars. And then one, I think from memory, the leather guy.
The leather guy's gay?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Was a regular at the same gay bar as Jacques Morali, who started the Village People. So
Jacques Morali.
then they put an ad in the theatre papers, in the classifieds, saying, quote, macho types wanted, must dance and have a mustache. So I definitely think they were like, we're going to make a group of gays and sell some disco hits, which they did. Not in the movie.
No, they didn't.
No.
Look,
So I'm not going to score it low. I'm just working out how not low to score it.
it's not awful. It's
I'm
not great.
going to give it a 3.75.
Jesus.
Which I'm sorry. Maybe I should update the survey so that the audience can give 0.5s.
I think I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay. The audience is pretty spread between 2 and 5.
Right.
Pretty evenly. So I reckon their average is a 3.75 as well.
Oh, there you go. Well done.
Yeah. I didn't look at that before I decided 3.75. I'm trying to win the audience back after you got shouted down for giving Nightmare on Elm Street 2 a 1.5. Oh, 1.5, okay. Iconicness. How iconic is the movie? Village People are iconic. The movie now is iconically bad.
Iconically bad. A lot of Razzies.
The Razzies are iconic. If the I was for impact, then that's a big impact.
I think it is iconically bad.
YMCA is an iconic song.
That is the most iconic scene of the movie.
The most iconic scene of the movie, yep. Even though it's a mess.
None of the other stuff is that iconic though. Like they're not big songs of theirs. You know what I mean?
No, the only songs I knew before watching the movie were YMCA and Can't Stop the Music. And Body.
No, and I knew Milkshake.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Khalees. Bad. Nobody's coming to that yard, but anyway. Look, I think it's like Connie. I don't know. It's iconically bad. I'm actually going to give it like a 3.5.
No, I'm giving it a 4 for iconic.
Okay.
Because as we've been saying to people that we're going to review it, people know the movie.
Yeah.
And the Village People is iconic.
Yeah.
And at the end of the month, we're rating our top 5 movies with bands in them. And this is going to be up there, I think.
Because there's 5 movies with bands in them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is going to be one of them.
Okay, sure.
The audience, 43% of the audience gave it a 5. So
43% of the audience.
Yeah.
That's 43 people.
Yeah. 43 people gave it a 5.
Yeah.
All right? For anybody that is not here, 43 people gave it a 5.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I think we should move on to my favourite part of the movie, which is dialogue.
Music is magic. I want to make that magic. And then he writes a whole song about that.
Yeah. I cringed every time Steve Guttenberg and now yourself said Philippe's. I actually hated it.
I'm going to make a friend, Felipe, so I can call him Philippe's. I cringed every time Philippe's made that noise.
Oh, the jingling?
No.
Oh, that noise.
Yeah, that noise.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that as dialogue.
Well, yeah, I don't know why it was in there. Anyway, it wasn't me or whatever.
How would you feel if somebody said to you, your music might be good, but your singing is a cry for help? Would you feel good about yourself?
I'd wonder if they'd seen me dance.
Dancing is terrible.
If his singing is a cry for help, I don't know what that says about his dancing.
I think I think my favourite line of the movie is surprisingly from Lulu, who says, "Housework is like bad sex. Every time I do it, I swear I'll never do it again until company comes." I don't know how you spell the last word of that sentence. But
there were some lines that I actually thought were funny. Should we go through them or the bad ones first?
Go through it. I just said a bad one. Give us a good one.
I laughed when I was like, "You're going to do an ad for the Dairy Association," and she says, "Cows," and then Sydney goes, "Milk. It comes from cows." I actually found that funny.
I don't get what cows... Like, why does she say cows?
I'd had 2 cocktails by then. Maybe that helped. Milk. It comes from cows. The Dairy Association. I don't know. Maybe she's advertised. She thought she was advertising dairy cows.
I don't get it.
Also, I laughed when that little back and forth between Ron and Sam when they first met, when Ron's trying to explain why he's there with the cake and...
Which I still don't get.
Trying to explain that he got mugged by an old lady, but Sam's asking questions about the sister.
Hands up, shithead.
And then Ron goes, "She must be 80," and Sam goes, "Oh, well, that's not my sister. She's older than me, but she's not that old."
That is funny and also very sitcom. Should I say it again?
Yeah, very sitcom.
Some
bad ones.
Also liked Jack's mum saying that all the village people should thank him by getting down on their knees.
Yeah. Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
You also clearly liked "Hands Up, Shithead."
Hands up,
You said that
shithead.
7 times in the episode already.
And anybody who can swallow 2 snowballs and a ding-dong should have an issue with pride.
Should audition for the village people.
Yeah.
All of that, the song titles in when she's flirting with him, that's...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's good, it's clever.
I think
don't
it's good because it works, and then the thing that tops it is the fact that she says something that doesn't fit at the end.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a lyric. I know.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. It's definitely not that.
Some other of Lulu's. Lulu says, "Into S&M, eh?" That was
Did she say
just
that too?
one of her horny
leather
lines.
man?
No, because Sam says, "I'm going to go and crack the whips on these boys to
Oh,
get them
that's
rehearsing."
right. Yeah.
And Lulu goes, "Ooh, into S&M, eh?" And the
Yeah.
Leatherman hasn't even joined the group by then.
That's true.
I don't know why the Leatherman needed to wear a harness in the Milkshake film clip.
I don't
Like, if he's
know.
into leather because he rides a motor... I don't want to get into too much kink with people in the public here. Okay. I'll ask those questions on
Another night.
Reddit where nobody knows my actual name.
But you know what Leathermen don't get? Leathermen don't get nervously.
Leathermen don't get nervous.
Leathermen don't get nervous.
The way he runs
but
over
the way
to
he
the
goes
wall.
to the wall, yeah, and goes,
He's just like, "I can't be with these people." Leathermen don't get nervous.
and then there was a
Nice box.
nice box. Thank you. There's also a really touching scene where they're about to go on stage in San Francisco, and they do a big circle and put their hands together like they're going to pray, and then Steve Guttenberg just goes, "We're a group."
Yeah,
Geronimo.
I'm not going to make the noise. You sure get up quick. There's a couple of those lines when Ron gets up off the dentist chair.
That dentist chair bit was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it was all just ridiculous. All right, dialogue. It was The
Bad.
story overall was basic. We all got to interval here, and we're all like, a whole bunch of stuff happened,
Yeah.
but I don't know what the story of the movie is.
No.
And I was able to tell some people because tonight was the 4th time I've watched it.
Great.
But there's not a lot of story. But there's also things that didn't need to be... Like, the story could have been pretty simple.
The story could have.
They meet Ron.
Yeah.
Ron's mum's rich. She puts on a party, the end.
Yep.
Because all this stuff
They
happens...
didn't need the then in the plane, and then she goes back to get the lawyer to give him his job back, even though he's an asshole.
And she got the milk ad back on the air.
Yep.
And then he thought they were going to Acapulco.
Yeah.
Unnecessary.
And then
the whole audition scene went on way too long.
Went away too long. Most of the songs went on way too long.
Each of them could have been a minute shorter.
They're all the lyrics of the songs aren't great because there's not that many of them.
They only wrote 2 verses and 1
8
chorus that
choruses.
was repeated 19 times.
Yeah. That's disco.
That's disco, apparently.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
That's why it died.
Also, Sam says you got
Can't
up
stop the
quick.
music. Oh, yep.
Sam says you got up quick, and then Ron corrects her grammar on something
Quickly. Yeah.
And then she says, "What are you, a grammarian?" And then he says something like that, and she says, "Well, you sure know your body English."
Yeah, I didn't get it.
It's body language.
Body English.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
You sure know your body English?
Nobody's ever said that.
No. And I don't think everybody's said it since.
No. Until you just said it 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Body
That
English.
was
Say it one
quoting.
more time. Body English.
Body English.
Yeah. For dialogue out of 5,
Um,
I'm going to give it
2.
a 2. Yeah. Great.
Wow. So, again, 43 people in the audience gave it a 1.
Nice.
Except one person gave it a 5, which I'm going to take as them rating our
dialogue. Yeah.
So our dialogue got a 5,
Yeah.
but the other 43 people in the audience gave it a 1. Not good. Entirety, overall.
The score's not looking too bad.
Really?
Total, but anyway,
Doesn't
yeah.
look better than...
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Before we do entirety,
Yeah.
should we find out what the audience thought was the worst
Oh,
song of the movie?
I ranked them. Go. What does the audience think?
Okay, so the audience is pretty split.
Okay.
That much of the pie chart, 14%
Yeah, that much.
thought
Yeah.
Magic Night.
Magic Night. Actually, didn't mind that one.
Yeah. You know what didn't get any votes?
YMCA.
Surprisingly. No. Yeah, YMCA didn't get any votes. That's
Milkshake.
not surprising. Milkshake got no votes.
What about Samantha?
That's not a Village People one. We were just
Oh, is
ranking
that not
the Village People
Oh,
ones.
okay. I'll take that off. All right. Yep.
So, the other 2 songs that got votes. So, Magic Night got 14%. The other 2 songs that got votes were
It has to be the one I've got last.
Liberation
Yep.
and Love You to Death.
Love you to death.
Both with 43%.
Love you to death.
So
love
bad.
you to death.
Made worse by the fact that he can't hit the notes.
Made worse by the fact that it goes, I love you to death, I love you to death, I love you to death, but
Oh,
but
baby.
oh baby. I couldn't, I couldn't
Then
remember
it
what it was.
goes something like...
Da-da-da-da-da.
Because he can't hit the notes.
Glitter.
Glitter.
I think it's made worse by the fact that that scene is hilariously bad and goes on for way too long.
Yeah, and Liberation
Liberation.
is just a bad song. Thank God the main guy can sing.
I didn't mind Magic Night. I also didn't mind the...
All right, what's
is
your
that the-
ranking of the 7?
Now there's 7.
Sound of the City's
I've
not one
gone
of theirs either.
Love You to Death,
Worst.
Milkshake, Liberation,
Yep.
Can't Stop the Music,
Yep.
Sound of the City. Is that the credits?
That was the roller
Opening.
skating.
Magic Night,
Yep.
YMCA.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I Love You to Death's the worst song in the movie. It should have won the Razzie.
Love You to Death. Maybe it wasn't an original song.
Oh, they have rules, did they?
Yeah.
At the inaugural Razzies.
Yeah, well, it's not worst original song.
Oh, that's
for
true.
Written for a motion picture.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know.
All right. Let's
I don't
talk
know
overall.
what more to say.
The story doesn't flow.
Nope.
I just taught my writing class about
Great.
flow from start to finish.
Yeah.
And I actually was
Chapter
having
one.
a
Prologue.
conversation today. I was like, you just like mentioned this thing 2/3 of the way through the story. You should have mentioned it here when it happened, not just be like, oh yeah, and then I had to go and fix up this thing because you didn't
Okay.
mention that thing before. Anyway, jumps
Great.
around all over the place, badly edited, as we said, which doesn't help the flow of the story.
Yeah. I would never listen to Danny Boy the same ever again.
Yeah, I don't think you can, unless someone's standing on a piano with a can of Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, in a leather outfit.
Yeah, with
and
about
chaps.
4 of these stubby holders stuffed down the front of their jeans.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't mention in presentation, actually.
Oh, the bulges.
Yeah, we should have let the credits run to see if there was best boy grip.
Oh, that's
Padding.
bad choice of words.
No, it's a deliberate choice of words. Surely they had a props master
Sock
for
boy.
socks. That's a
Sock
word. That's
boy,
bad.
that's worse.
That's worse. They must have had. That's the prop.
I think they did.
The props table with just a whole lot of bulges lined up, ready to go.
That was the
songs are
after
crap.
party.
The songs are crap.
The songs are bad.
Story is
The
basic.
songs go for way too long.
The songs go
You
for
could-
too long, and
you-
the random scenes just to pad it out.
You could cut out like 30 to 40 minutes of that movie and it would not make a difference. Like you could cut a few minutes out of each song. That's 20 minutes.
Would they have
Get
been
rid of the Ritchie family. They didn't need to be there.
Would they have been better to? I know it wasn't a thing then, to make a jukebox musical, because
Well, this kind
they
of
could have
is.
put, but none of them fit the story. Like when
Oh,
Meryl
okay.
Streep
Yeah, that's
attempts
true.
to sing Mamma Mia,
Lee, no.
it fits.
Milkshake fits the story, Lee.
Oh, okay, Milkshake fits.
They're doing an
And I
ad
guess-
for milk, so they need to do a song that is basically just a recipe for how to make a milkshake. You put milk, ice cream, blend it up, enjoy your milkshake, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla.
Okay, done.
When you're at work and you're going to have a coffee break,
Put milk in
just
it.
grab that sweet milkshake.
When the kids come home from school,
Yeah,
make them a milkshake.
yeah,
'cause they
you
want
need
something
something
sweet.
cool. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe the ad worked.
Well, I don't want a milkshake,
Okay.
so
Might have glitter in it, which is not
it
what you
doesn't
want in a
make it any
milkshake.
better.
I actually think the ad's not too bad. Like if as an advertising concept, getting some kids in, if you want to grow up big and strong, you need to drink your milk.
Yeah.
They drink the milk and then they turn into the big versions of the village people.
Yeah.
But you don't get that.
But you don't need a 8-minute song
No,
after
you don't.
it.
You don't need also
That was way too risque to go on the TV.
one more time.
No,
No, please not. I've already changed station.
Um,
I'm off to whatever movie Channel 7's showing after the fireworks.
This is definitely
Entirety.
not the sound of the 80s.
No. And I'm with Steve. I'm passing on the village people in 1980.
Yeah,
Go to New Wave.
yeah. So the other bit, the ending. Then they're on the private plane, and then Jack's mum is using food to distract the record executive to then
Yeah, even though
barter
she's not Jewish.
But Lee, when it comes to food, all mothers are Jewish,
And
which I
Jack.
don't understand.
somehow thinks that a Jewish father and an Italian Catholic mother has all bases covered
Yep.
when it comes to
Food-wise.
food.
Yeah. And guilt-wise.
White food-wise.
Yeah, white food-wise. So then they do that, and then they're in this change room, and then the dressing room, and then where is anyone? And then Ron comes
Then
back,
everyone's in there.
and then Jack comes back with signed records from America's Records. And then he says that about 3 times.
Yes, exactly
and then
the same.
Somehow he got their contract signed by them, even though they weren't there at the time, and even though the fact that they were on a plane and then went straight to the dressing room,
Yep.
they somehow got contracts printed, bound, and signed.
Yep.
And
Maybe that's why they were late.
And then
They had to go to office works on the way.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The news reporter comes in and leaves with
And
the
then
creepy
leaves.
record executive. And then the
The-
partner of the law firm comes back and's like, we still represent them. Hey, do you want your job back?
Sam remembers that she got the milkshake ad on the air.
Yeah. And then it's like, yeah, you're fine. Let's go get married on a bridge.
But then also, like, they're in the middle of getting a photo shoot done with Associated Press that literally
Yeah.
sends press to the entire world.
Yeah. I know. I've been Googling their website for the past 2
And
days.
then they're just like, photo. Oh, no, I've got to go over here now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've got to go. I'm not even dressed and I'm getting photos with the AP.
And then
Doesn't make
if you're
sense.
in that crowd and it's the first time that you saw this new act called Village People,
Yep.
and then you're like, what the fuck is going on? They're dressed like a bloody rainbow.
Correct.
That's why there's 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're standing there, I'm like, oh, this song's all right. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I get it. And then their mothers come out and Lulu and that modelling agency woman. And then do you stand there and you go,
Who are these?
are they
Are
in
they,
the group?
Are they also village people?
Are they part of it?
Are these
Because they're not dressed like a rainbow.
yeah. Are these just the beards?
What is happening?
Anyway,
It's a bad
it
movie.
worked. Apparently, they were a hit.
Yeah.
Iconics. Are we going to score it and then do iconic scenes, or
The iconic scene is the YMCA.
iconic scene is YMCA?
Yeah.
But the audience said the milkshake dance was nominated twice. The baguette lady got a nomination for most
She's
iconic
great.
scene,
Yeah, because why?
as well as the old lady mugging.
Oh, hands up, shithead. It goes very well with anybody that was here and listened to the last episode. One of my favourite lines
From Nightmare 2.
From Nightmare 2 was when they're at the party and Freddy Krueger's there for some reason. And then the guy's
Well, it's
like,
Nightmare on Elm Street,
well,
so
yeah,
Freddy Krueger's
help
there.
me. And then Freddy just goes, help yourself, fucker.
And then we had any further thoughts, right?
Yeah, great.
Someone said, I love Brett.
Great. Thank you,
Okay.
table 2.
Someone else said, great choice. Someone asked why I was delivering the cake.
It was a but they didn't
So-
know the party was going to be on.
Ron lived next door to Sam's sister,
Yep, got it.
and when Ron said he was moving to New York, Sam's sister said, pick up this cake and take it to my sister.
Okay,
Matchmaking from St. Louis all the way up.
yeah. I thought he brought the cake from St. Louis.
No.
And she didn't want the cake. The mugger didn't want the cake. She's like, give me your jewellery. What's in your box? And then it's like, cake. Nah, keep it.
The cake's fucked.
And then she gets on that back of that scooter bike thing. She's my favourite character.
The cake's stuffed, though.
Oh, the cake stuff. They don't even look at the cake. They never open the box of the cake.
One more thought worth mentioning.
Yeah.
Cortex, who hosts Pride Movie Night, was disappointed.
Oh, no.
Said to me at interval, the trailer promised non-stop dancing, and there was not enough music in the movie.
It also promised non-stop laughter, which was kind of accurate even when they didn't mean there to be.
More accurate.
Yeah.
All right, entirety scores. I'm going to give it a 2 because I laughed a lot.
Yeah, I'm also giving it a 2
And the audience...
out of 5.
85 people in the audience gave it a 2.
Oh, we're all on the same page, except
And-
for one person gave it a 5 because that's the entirety of our night.
That one person gave us a 5.
Yeah, great.
Which I'm claiming. All right, you can do some maths, and I'll tell the people what's coming up for 2 out of 3 brothers. The next couple of things that are happening at Pride in 2 weeks' time from tonight, if you're here live, in 1 week's time, if you're listening on the day this is released on the podcast platforms. Cortex is hosting Pride Movie Night, showing Jingle All the Way to get us ready for the Christmas season. And then a couple of weeks after that, we are screening Happiest Season, starring Kristen Stewart, for Rainbow Popcorn. And then we'll be back here when Cortex presents Love Actually for the Christmas Pride movie night.
Yes.
But as well as all of that, our other live event,
Ooh, yeah.
on the 24th of November, we are doing a collab with Burundara Brass, playing music from Disney Animation.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. And I'm going to enjoy hearing the band play it and then discussing it with you.
Discussing Disney and the songs.
So the links for all of those things are on our socials and in the episode description or on your tables if you are here live. All the 100 people that are here should come and see us at Disney, and that will be lots of fun. But follow us on the socials at 2 out of 3 Brothers so you can know what else is coming, and follow Pride of Our Footscray.
Yes.
And follow Superbia Cocktail Bar, because that cocktail was delicious.
That was great.
I had 2. Well done, Mon. What's the total scores?
Look, it didn't do awful. Definitely not the worst movie we've done. Lee, do you want to say the worst movie? Stonewall. Great. Out of 50, it got a 27.25.
Oh, that's a pass.
Yeah, so that is just above last month's episode of Nightmare on Elm Street 2,
Nightmare on
which
Elm
got
Street
26.
Okay, what's it just under?
It is just under the movie we did before that, Hairspray, which got 29.
Okay, so we're 0 from 3 in good movies at Pride of Our Footscray. But Happiest Season I have high hopes for.
Yeah, I think
Next
it's
month.
meant to be quite good.
Yeah. And later this month
Even
we
if
are...
it does have Kristen Stewart in it.
Yeah, you're not a fan, but I think the movie will be good.
Great.
And later this month we are reviewing Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, so we aren't going to get a high score there.
Nope.
Thank you for coming to Rainbow Popcorn Live at Pride of Our Footscray, and thank you for listening to another episode of Rainbow Popcorn for 2 out of 3 Brothers. Follow us on the socials, like and subscribe, and let us know what you would like us to review for Rainbow Popcorn, or we're taking suggestions for To Drink Cinema as well. And get in touch with us on the socials to tell us your top 5 band movies. Thank you, Brett.
Thanks, shithead. Should we finish with a dance?